have finally finished The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, whatever. Please don't mind my voice, I'm a little bit under the weather, but just like that, I've already made a commitment to you guys that I will always show up. As long as there is life, there is soul. So I'm here today to share the lights and lessons I've learned from this wonderful book. It took me roughly 8 days to finish this book with 3 to 4 hours every day, I think. I'm not so sure. We shouldn't be at the same pace. If you're just meeting me for the first time, please, this is not my real voice. I borrowed this one. Kata borrowed this one from me. Let's manage it. My name is Flora. Here in this channel, my passion is sharing everything. Business and personal development skills with you at every slightest opportunity. If you like that, please subscribe. Subscription to this channel is very simple. Just click on the subscription button below and also turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know once we upload a video.
Skill Faculty is geared towards teaching, promoting, and empowering you with the skills needed to become a better version of yourself in all ramifications. Skill Faculty, we are on the side of skill.
Obviously, before I read this book, it has sold millions of copies. The book reached the bestseller list for New York Times, Amazon.com, and US Today. The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Charles Duhigg is not a recent book. It was published in February 2012. And we are here talking about it in February 2022. What a coincidence. Okay, let's get into the real video, the things I like about the book. The first one is the amount of research Charles invested in this book is top notch. I'm not a fan of voluminous book, but the fact in the research has made it easier for me to relate. Another thing again I like about this book is how he used stories to convey information. Practical key stories that you can relate to. I lost count of the number of stories in this book, but my favorite is the story of Travis Leach and Starbucks habits. The toothpaste foaming effect too. Then I was emotional when Coach Donny lost his son and how the team, the Cubs, decided to do better because of the death. Similarly, I felt emotional with 71-year-old Mr. Eugene Polly. Then I also love the story of the two women, the drug addicts, the drug addicts who recovered everything, and the housewife who at some point could not hurt a fly. How she lost her inheritance in gambling. It covers virtually every aspect of habits in life and business, from teams, community, personal life, crisis, and so on. I also like the back cover. Maybe because I'm a fan of yellow and red. If you know me, you will know that. If you attended my wedding, you know my color. Another thing I noticed about the book is the praises at the back cover. They all came from, can you see it? Yeah. They all came from authors. I like that a lot. If you're like me, once I see a book, the first thing I like to do is to check the cover, then the forward at the back, as the case may be. It feels good to see authors acknowledging good works. And not just authors, but almost best-selling authors. Did I forget to mention the visual images in the graphic? Linking the cues, routine, and the reward in almost all the chapters. I like that a lot. It creates a visual reminder. It's like props in a presentation to me. Combining stories with graphics is a solid way of making information stick. Then the appendix, where Charles Duhigg gave a simple but powerful guide on how to use the ideas. It's so revealing to me. The Power of Habit is made up of 9 chapters, but I bet you it's more. You just need to make up your mind that you're reading 11 to 12 chapters to make it easier for you. Because of the prologue and the appendix, that's excluding the notes. Apart from what I like about the book, I also learned some lessons. So lesson number 1. Understanding that 40 to 50% of what I do daily is on autopilot has made me more conscious of my habits. Considering the fact that the percentage is huge, I'm more informed now not to waste my God-given day developing habits that are not necessary, habits that are not going to add anything to my life, that will not be beneficial in the long run. So the second lesson I learned from this book, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, is habits are triggered by cue, which then leads into a routine. Routine transmits a reward. I don't know if you're getting it, but that's why habits are broken into step processes, which is cue, routine, and reward. Because of the delicate nature of habits, it doesn't trigger unless there is a cue. Irrespective of the type of habit you need to build, you need to build cues that triggers good ones and avoid cues that triggers bad ones. I'll make a video about it. The next lesson I learned from this book is the fact that habit is not a thing to rush into. It takes one step at a time to develop any habit, whether good or bad. The fourth lesson I learned from this book is that habits stick because they create cravings. The problem is not the habits, but the craving that leads to the habits. Did you get that? The problem is not the habits, but the craving that leads to the habit. Craving is the result you get from the habit. An example will be smoking. I asked a friend why he smokes. His reason is that it helps him to relax. In this case, once he wants to relax, he reaches for the cigarette because it enables him to curb his craving. Now, if my friend wants to quit smoking, the best option is to find a substitute for relaxation. It could be for companionship, any substitute as long as you get rid of it. Okay, the fifth lesson I learned from this book is almost all cues to habits is associated with 5 categories, which is location, time, emotional states, action of others, and precedent actions. So those are my lessons and likes from this book, The Power of Habits. And I highly recommend this book for you. As you pick up this book to read, I want you to bear this at the back of your mind, that it's not something that will change your life drastically. It's in steps, just like every good thing is. And remember the popular saying that habits can make or break you. So choose your habits carefully, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Skill Faculty is geared towards teaching, promoting, and empowering you with the skills needed to become a better version of yourself in all ramifications. Skill Faculty, we are on the side of skill.